You've probably got questions. Where have I been? What's going on? Here's my response.
Didn't expect to see you here.
Look, it's me. I'm here to deal with it. Let's move on.
Do you want to know what I love about the character of Loki? It's when you strip away all the bravado, right? Strip away all the swag. You strip away his need to be the center of attention. What you have is this damaged character that, in all honesty, all he really needs is a hug. Because one of the things that the first season kind of revealed in the form of old Loki is when he's having a conversation with his variants and he's just like, what would you do if you'd be able if you'd been able to make it back to Asgard? What would you have done if you were able to see your family again? And his response is basically, I'd give my brother this gigantic hug and tell him how much I've missed him and everything that I've done since the last time he's essentially saw me. And that's the thing at Loki's core. At Loki's core, all he wants to do is feel loved. Didn't really get that in Asgard. Thor was off being a hero and being the golden child. Odin basically shut himself off from his emotions, and Frigga tried to get in there and show him that he was loved. But once he discovered that he was adopted, he put up this wall that he refused to let down. And it took old Loki this really, really long time in exile by himself for him to basically realize, this wall was never really needed. Thor always loved me and went to bat for me. My mother always loved me. If Odin did not love me, he would have eliminated me and killed me the same way he did the frost giants during the early parts of the war. So I am loved and I want to return to the people that love me. I love that we circled back to that in this episode. It was so fantastic for Sylvie to be the one to strip away all the bullshit because while it feels as though she's been a little bit apathetic to the journey, to the quest, it's more or less Sylvie having figured out what it is that she wanted in her life, which is she just wants a normal life. A normal life where there are no apocalypses, a normal life where the TVA isn't hunting her and trying to kill her, a normal life where she can, in all honesty, just work a 9 to 5, make friends, listen to music, go home, wake up, do it all over again because her life has been nothing but excitement. Her life started off as being the princess of Asgard. Her life continued on being this fugitive on the run, constantly having to fight and scrounge and survive in apocalypses against the TVA. Her life was basically being a chess piece on the board for the longest time. So now she just wants normalcy. She wants what every single other human has on the timeline. The ability to choose her own destiny. Maybe today I go get some coffee. Maybe today I go get some food from that spot down the street that just opened up. I go into work. Maybe today I mark off. Maybe today I go jet skiing. Maybe today I go hang gliding. I jump out of a plane. But it's her freedom to choose. Her being the one to finally strip away all of Loki's bullshit, to get right to the core and get him to say what it is that I want. And he finally says it. I want to save my friends. Damn the universe. Damn the multiverse. Damn the timelines. Damn the branches. Damn the TVA. What I want to do is save the lives of all the people that I've come to basically befriend and love on my journey since I was essentially kidnapped off of my original timeline and thrusted into this new life and this new reality being a new chess piece on the He Who Remains' board. I love that. I love the simplicity of that. It's not Loki trying to scheme to be the master of the TVA. It's not, oh, I'm doing this in order to save the multiverse of the timeline. No, I'm doing this to save my friends. All the people who I've met at the TVA along the way, who accepted me for me, the person who I am, and made me a better person. I'm willing to fight through the end of the multiverse to save this version of the people that I know. And I think that is absolutely fantastic. That is a fantastic character growth, just a fantastic story for Loki as a character in general. I'm really holding on to the hope that a lot of other fans have, in the form that I'm hoping that Loki ends up reconciling with Thor, or reconciling with a Thor, or meeting a Thor who basically lost his Loki, and both of them coming together and being the brothers that they always wished and wanted to be. I want that to be his end story. I also kind of sort of want Sylvie's end story for her to basically be able to go back to Asgard and live the life that she should have been able to live as Odin Dottir, as the princess of Asgard, for these characters, because these characters are fighting to save each other, and they definitely deserve that end. I absolutely love how when he meets Obi explains that it's not the when or the what or even the why, it's the who. And Loki's time slippage is bringing him to basically all the people in his life that he loves the most. He time slips to Mobius. He time slips to, I can't remember his name. Homeboy who was pushing the cart in the TVA. Can't remember his name off the top of my head. He time slips to OB. He time slips to the guard. He's time slipping to all these different people who've had this major impact in his life, that he looks at and he sees as friends and loved ones that he wants to save. And then once he realizes that what he wants to do is save his friends, he's able to control his time slippage. He's able to time slip back to the point that he needs to get back to, in order to save the multiverse and save this version of his friends. I'm still hoping and holding out for the fact that Mobius will probably go and visit his timeline to see like what exactly it is the mainline version of Mobius is doing and the type of life that he is living. But I absolutely love the journey that they set Loki on. And I completely agree with everyone out there who says that Loki is essentially the best thing that Marvel has going for it right now, because they're absolutely right. It's absolutely fantastic. It's not pigeonholing itself to the greater MCU, even though it has implications for the greater MCU in general. It's not running by the guidelines of we have to do this and we have to do that. No, it is telling a self-contained story that has implications for the grander Marvel universe. It is how Marvel originally used to write their stories back in the day. You would have a self-contained story in the form of Captain America, the Winter Soldier, but then it would lay down the foundations for these ripples and these after effects that would send shockwaves throughout the rest of the MCU, and set up story points and plot threads down the line in the form of Civil War, or in the form of um, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and things along those lines, for how the world perceives super soldiers. That is how Marvel is supposed to write stories. You're supposed to write personal stories that, as you go through the story and you reach its conclusion, those stories branch out and affect the wider universe. And I think Loki is perfecting that entire writing. This episode is absolutely fantastic. I loved it from start to finish, and I'm going to be there to watch the finale and review it once again and put it up on the channel. It is super nice to be back. If you're wondering why exactly there's not going to be a whole lot of editing that's going on anymore, because your boy is tired. Like, I'm tired of getting strikes, and I'm tired of being basically put in the corner every time I upload a video that has like some form of content that somebody disagrees with. But yeah, If you agree with me in regards to Loki, comment down below. Let me know. It's good to be back on the main channel, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.